members of the 4 estates, Mikanike and Kleintown people live. I think on behalf of the government and people of Sierra Leone and on behalf of the Kanike and Kleintown community, I have the distinct and singular pleasure to heartily welcome you all to this grand opening of a new entrant in the petroleum business in Sierra Leone, an illustrious, successful company, Aminata&Sons. To kick off this program, I will invite Mr. Sheikh Mohammed Sise, to lead us Muslim prayers.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم فلما أنبأهم بأسمائهم قال ألم أقل لكم إني أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين فأزلهما الشيطان عنها فأخرجهما مما كانا فيه وقلنا اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى حين.
It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you all this morning to welcome you to this momentous occasion. The grand launch of Aminata&Sons into Sierra Leone. This marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter for us, not only for the company, but also for the petroleum sector of our great nation. As the sales and marketing head of this company, I am deeply honored to address such an esteemed gathering this morning. Your presence here is a testament to your belief in progress, a partnership and the potential we all share to contribute meaningfully to the people of Sierra Leone. For years, as some of you already know, we have been in Liberia for over 40 years, and we have been recognized as a trusted name in that sector. From our origins as a family-founded enterprise to becoming a leader in the petroleum sector, our journey has been guided by simple but powerful vision. And that is to empower communities, fuel industries, and drive economic growth through reliable and innovative energy solutions. Today, we extend this legacy to Sierra Leone, a country with boundless potential and a people whose resilience and resourcefulness inspire us all. We are not just here to do business. We're here to become a part of this vibrant community, to contribute to its growth and to build partnerships that we've already started. I believe that we have our partners here this morning. Our presence here is guided by 3 core commitments. 1, to provide you with premium quality products. And if you take a look over there, that is our 10 ppm premium diesel, the first time in Sierra Leone. Secondly, we want to assure the people of Sierra Leone of sustainability and consistency by building strong relationships with our partners. Trafigura, we have a representative from Trafigura this morning. We want to assure the people of Sierra Leone that you need to say no more scarcity. Say no to scarcity with Aminata. The third point is community empowerment. We have stakeholders from the community this morning. I can see you all here. Thank you for coming. Beyond energy, we are committed to empowering people, creating jobs and fostering skills development, and also supporting initiatives that uplift Pinetown community and its environs. This launch is a milestone, but it is also the beginning. We envision a future where Aminata is more than a supplier of energy. We aim to be a partner in progress. We want to support dealers. We want to make una get money na una pocket. Of course, none of this will be possible without the support of our incredible team. I can assure you that Aminata has a very good team. But I also want to take this moment to appreciate the government of Sierra Leone, representatives of the government are already here. We can see them, the ministers. Thank you for coming. And also to the leadership of Aminata, the Ture family. Thank you for sighting this country and bringing Aminata to Sierra Leone. Also, I want to dedicate this journey to you all, our well-wishers, our partners. This is an exciting journey. Before I conclude, let me add that launching a company or launching Aminata is like fuel in a car. You need the right energy, the right direction, and most importantly, no leaks along the way. Thankfully, we are not running on fumes in Aminata. We have very strong energy. And the good thing is we have very young and vibrant team members. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and for being part of this historic moment. Together, we will build a future for Sierra Leone. Aminata will become synonymous with progress, innovation, and trust. Let's make this day and this journey ahead of us unforgettable.
Good morning, all. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Chief Minister, Ministers of Government and Head of PRA, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to Aminata&Sons, and I want to take you through our induction of this terminal whenever you enter this terminal. As you can see, in the terminal we have various facilities. On my left here, you can see what we call the loading bay or gantry. On my right is the office we use as operation building, and back of you there we have a water tank that contains over 300,000 liters for our firefighting purposes. And you can see these two big tanks which is loaded with gas oil. Both tank is approximately 10 million liters. And apart from that, we have a centrifugal pump here. You can see hydrants and watering system all over, which means we are very, very conscious of our safety here. When you enter the Aminata terminal, we have what we call do's and don'ts. For us in the safety world, we call it compliant and non-compliant. So because we want you to be compliant, we induct you. First and foremost, the sooner you enter this terminal, you should know that all mobile phones must be on flight mode or you switch it off. Secondly, we don't encourage or allow ignition sources here. For example, it can be lighter or matches or maybe cigarette.
In Liberia,
Smoking in this terminal.
we want to see more of that as well in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, away from the program, we are going to invite Aminata's primary business partner
Notice that when we are
to
this terminal,
make a statement.
your names,
The name of this company
on
is...
both of these gates. That we do that should, in case, as we are sitting here now, have a siren or an alarm of emergency. We will use that register to account for each and every person that is here this morning. Also, we have a very robust firefighting safety equipment in this terminal, and we are very much compliant with Environmental Protection Agency. Meaning, if you go back of me here, we have what we call oil water separator. Should in case we have a spillage within this terminal, that spillage will go through that OWS, contain it there, and if we want to dispose of that product, we do that in consultation with the Environmental Protection Agency, because they are the body that is responsible to monitor and make sure that everywhere we operate is environmental friendly. Talking about environmental friendly, you can see it. All of you guys are breathing a very non-polluted oxygen presently this morning. You can't even tell if this is the terminal. You know, when you enter terminals, you begin to get carbon smell. But here, the oxygen is clear and is clean. So that's another area to tell you that we are very much conscious of our health, safety, and environmental in this Aminata terminal. Let me take you also to evacuation procedures. If, for example, we are sitting here, then we had the alarm or the siren. You see the safety, because in Aminata, we have not only just safety people, we have safety warden in each department. So if you have an emergency, you see the safety people and the warden jump into action to take you guys through to the assembly point. If you use that, our main entrance, just 5 meters off the main entrance is our assembly point, emergency assembly point. And if there is an emergency, you move to that assembly point, you are warned to stay there until you are asked to leave there. Be you worker or be you contractor, be you visitor. When that alarm is sounded, you walk straight to the assembly point, you stay there until you are said, you are told to return back. Finally, if in any case, here, whenever you enter a terminal, anything that is non-compliant or that is capable of creating problems in this terminal, please, we welcome you to tell us. And we assure you that whenever you're inside this terminal, you are 100% safe, because everybody's safety
and welcome here this morning.
utmost priority.
Let me start by congratulating the leadership of Aminata for such a wonderful investment. Aminata and the entire team, I say congratulations and I say thank you for investing in Sierra Leone. What we are seeing and experiencing here today is not only a South-South cooperation, but as Minister of Trade, this is consistent with one of the manifesto promises His Excellency the President made to make Sierra Leone a very popular investment destination, and it's happening. And if we are to start to attract investment anywhere, you start from your region, and it's happening. And again, it's not only happening, it's increasing and it's entering a new phase. And this is going to be strengthened next week when next week, as we expect the President of Liberia to visit His Excellency here. One of the key discussions will focus on bilateral economic cooperation and trade. So we're taking this very serious. It's also one of the cornerstones of His Excellency to promote regional integration. There is no way we can survive as countries if we don't strengthen our MRU relationship. What we see here today is interesting. I'm seeing all the tourists from everywhere. You have Touré Liberia, spelled different way. Touré Sierra Leone, spelled different way. And Touré Guinea. So this embodies the relationship between these countries. Same name, same people, same history, same culture. So all we have to do now is to strengthen the economic and bilateral ties, which is what we are doing. And as a government, it is our responsibility to make sure it's happening. We provide the environment for businesses to thrive. The development of a new infrastructure and rehabilitation of existing infrastructure is very important for the stimulation of economic growth and the development of Sierra Leone. Good infrastructure not only drastically reduces the cost of doing business, but it also attracts foreign direct investment, which is essential for achieving economic stabilization, diversification, and growth. The new direction agenda, consolidating gains and accelerating transformation, outline government aspirations for development to the big 5 game changers: food security and investment in agriculture, human capital development, youth employment, improved public service, and technology and infrastructure. In line with Indicator 11, our responsibility is to improve domestic credit generation for the ministry and its agencies to the tune of $80 million and ensure compliance with budgetary level and regulations by 85%. That is a key indicator for my performance contract being supervised by the Chief Minister. So what we have here today falls within that. Aminata&Sons had commissioned their Clinton terminal with a total storage capacity of 8,000 metric tons for diesel and 4,000 metric tons for petroleum. Currently, the employment rate is about 50. We expect that to increase to 500 once they are fully operational. This is also consistent with a commitment made by his president through the Ministry of Labour to make sure we provide 500,000 jobs for Sierra Leoneans. We are on track. This investment by Aminata is in line with 4 of the B5 game changer, as I said earlier, and it also promotes economic transformation, economic stability of the country, which is highly dependent on the delivery of petroleum products. I mean, the stability and for the economy to thrive consistently, we need petroleum products. We don't only need them to lubricate machines and the like, we also need them to lubricate the economy. I mean, we all can see the tension now. When they say fuel shortage or when fuel price go up. I mean, there are so many concerns, there are so many calls all over the place. But as a government, we've been very consistent to make sure that we've stabilized the supply and availability of petroleum products. Today, you look at the global prices, they are extremely high. They are going up, but we maintain the price at that level. And we'll keep them till after Christmas to make sure everybody benefits from that. During our tenure, we have increased the number of OMCs from 3 to 6. So today, it's 100% increment. This is simply because we provide the environment. We have also increased our storage facilities. Again, even if we look at our importation rate, it tells you the economy is booming. Our importation rate has increased from 100,000 metric tons to 520,000 metric tons. And they tell you, say the economy, they boom, work day, but good thing they happen. Mining company, fuel. You know they make bread, then they use fuel. So it tells you there is a huge market for that. As a ministry, I'm working closely with the PRA. We've also developed a pricing formula to make sure the entire petroleum business is transparent. The pricing formula, what do? We identify all the components and we get cost and petrol business. So, suppose you don't see no more, you grab, you say, I increase petrol price. No. We get for know why they increase them. What in the world don't go up and then components in there. They not get power. Nobody not get power for increased petrol price if they not come to if we not sit down as government. So now we don't make them very transparent. So transparent, you see all the components you identify specifically. If there is a major change in one of the prices or one of the components here, they will reflect that in the pricing form. And again, we'll communicate that to our citizens so they understand. And if it goes up, we do. If it comes down, we do the same thing. But many times our objective is to keep the market stable. Again, in order to protect investors and to protect consumers, because as a ministry, it's both our responsibilities to protect investors and also protect consumers. I mean, we need to find a fine balance. Because people, when they bring their money, have responsibility for protecting them. But also now, they can't be expect young people, they will not accept that. We are transforming the Petroleum Regulatory Agency to an authority. That's why you get workforce. Yes, and once we are able to achieve that, it also contributes strongly to stabilizing the sector itself. When Aminata&Sons was first introduced in this country, and the sector as a whole, it was like a dream and a very impossible task. But with our commitment to service delivery, finally, we are witnessing history here today. The company was established in 1984 as a petroleum retailer by Mr. Shaka Toure. Keep it up, great job. The former president and CEO now, who serves as chairman of the board of directors, in keeping with the dream of Liberians to build their economy. The company later expanded its scope of operations to the importation of petroleum products, when the government of Liberia invited private firms to participate in the importation of petroleum products, and has since performed efficiently as Liberia's #1 petroleum importer, and they are now in Sierra Leone. Congratulations. We as a ministry and government of Sierra Leone will continue to provide the necessary leadership that will bring more investment to the country. And that will foster economic growth, stability, which in turn will reduce energy poverty, which you know is a critical issue in our development. Let me also take this opportunity to thank all the OMCs for working closely with government. And I want to appeal for us to continue that relationship, work with government OMCs, work with the people of Sierra Leone, and work with the communities. You have a critical role to play in the development and bringing prosperity to Sierra Leone. Let me thank you for the relationship we've had. I will continue to work closely. With these few messages, let me again congratulate Aminata, and let me thank you all for supporting Aminata through this journey. I thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a great delight for me personally to be here today for such a special occasion. I bring to you hearty greetings from the Petroleum Regulatory Agency at British Council Building. May I hasten to recognize the board, management, and team of Aminata&Sons Limited, led in Sierra Leone by the board chairman, ST, my best friend, and the country CEO, Mr. Mohamed Toure, for this massive investment. I am particularly pleased to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister, who is representing our boss, President Julius Mano, to commission this petroleum tank farm today. It all started like an impossibility. On the 23rd of August 2019, I received an email from one Mr. Emmanuel Tuba, inviting me and my team to undertake a due diligence on their businesses in Liberia. Mr. Chief Minister, to tell you that I'm not an armchair leader, I went to Monrovia with my team the subsequent week, and we conducted a rigorous and successful due diligence on Aminata&Sons, including visiting mining sites, and embassies. Today, we are gathered here to commission such a magnificent edifice. As an industry, this government came at a time when the sector was desperately in need of reforms, as unresolved challenges continue to impact the industry with weak investor appetite. It was constellated with weak infrastructure, frequent supply disruption, and declined government revenue. This means the sector needed a regulator like me that can deliberately confront some of these problems. Would I clap for me, boo? Honorable Chief Minister, the Minister of Trade and Commerce and Industry, Madam Deputy Minister, the government spokesperson, I'm not too big. They get the whole mind and they bring government spokesperson for the MC. Thank you for approximately refurbishing 8,000 metric tons diesel tank here today at Blind Term, and another 5,000 metric tons at the Kisni terminal. 10,000. When these tanks are at its optimal capacity, I'm talking about AGO. I give you license. Okay. I'm referring to AGO. Okay. When these tanks are at the optimal capacity, this will be approximately in excess of 15 million liters. That will take us about 50% of our monthly need for gas oil. Today, Aminata&Sons, through the LPRC head and Aminata herself, we have put my job on the line that we will never have a disruption. The Chief Minister was particularly interested in that, but I'm pretty sure he will not disappoint. These tanks will substantially contribute to our distribution infrastructure in the downstream and gradually meeting our national target of 500,000 metric tons. Additionally, this country we can discongest Kisi terminal facilities. But certainly of great importance as a growth potential for the industry. This facility will voice out the economic diversification philosophy of President Julius Maada Bio's government, which is that the private capital must be allowed to lead the economic revolution in collaboration with government. Mr. Chief Minister, early May 2013, you called me in your office. I had the shortest meeting with the Chief Minister. It was 2 minutes. He told me, Baluwa, I'm here to remove obstacles. Today, these are one of the obstacles we have removed in the sector. This is also the great vision of His Excellency the President to transform the downstream petroleum sector. Thank you again, Aminata&Sons, to send a signal that not only President Bio is referring to Sierra Leone as a compelling place to invest, but Aminata&Sons also is saying the same thing. I'm saying this because there is a credible indication that we are on the right track. In 2019, we introduced plat. We are getting plat from the industry. Today, we are measuring and determining our fair prices through plat. And in that formula, it was deliberately put 10 ppm because I was anticipating international partnership like what is happening today. Congratulations, Aminata. And very soon, the regulator will be urged to start looking for quality in the market by this standard. Mr. Chief Minister, ladies and gentlemen, in response to call to duty, petroleum revenue has almost jumped by 128% in 5 years. Importation has grown by 52%. And annual sales and distribution recorded 524 million in 2023. This is projected to increase by 22% in 2028. In concluding, Mr. Chief Minister, Minister of Trade and Industry, Deputy Minister, please permit me to address the industry in few words. 1, investing in the downstream is capital intensive and has different drivers and motivations. I encourage all to focus on your individual corporate strengths and collaborate on your challenges. Consumer behaviors are changing at global scale. With high expectations, you may need new portfolio strategy and C4 optionality along the value chain, from import, distribution, transportation to storage. The downstream operators must rethink their business models and innovate to meet stronger bargaining powers with stakeholders and competition. Operators must intensify their service delivery by deploying value-oriented initiatives. And finally, the regulatory landscape in Sierra Leone is changing, with international best practice to protect investors, consumers, and government revenue. PRA will always search for fine balance among these three.
The Minister of Trade and Industry, Executive Chairman, Petroleum Regulatory Authority of Sierra Leone, the Board Chair of Aminata Group, the President and CEO of Aminata, other platform guests, our delegation from Liberia, comprising of the President of the Petroleum Importer Association, Chief and Elder of Clanton Folk Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a significant milestone, not only for Aminata&Sons, but also for the region's economic development. As you all know, Sierra Leone and Liberia have many things in common, ranging from ethnic group, culture, the same food, and now we are forging a new relationship in the area of investment. A few years ago, during the grand opening of MP Liberia, the then President of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Honest Bar Koroma, urged Liberian companies to invest in Sierra Leone. Today, we are witnessing an answer to his request. Aminata&Sons is a viable company that was established so many years ago in Liberia, and Aminata believed in quality. They believe in providing service to a nation. So today I'm happy to be part of this history making, to come to Sierra Leone to witness their grand opening of this facility. I came here from the inception when they were looking for terminal, and I saw how this place was looking. And to come back and to see it like this, I know that Aminata is going to do great work in Sierra Leone. This investment will provide or create jobs all over the country, where Aminata will be building filling stations, thus contributing to the growth and development of Sierra Leone. As we sit here today to witness this opening, we know that the issue, as our sister said, shortage of petroleum product in Sierra Leone is over. We want to thank the government for embracing this partnership, and we know that Liberia and Sierra Leone will go a long way in fostering peace and unity in the Mano River Union. May God bless Sierra Leone, may God bless Liberia, may God bless Aminata&Sons.
It is with great pride and honor we celebrate the incredible progress and achievement of Aminata in Sierra Leone. Trafigura is truly honored to be part of the journey, and we want to express our unwavering support for the continued development of this business. Aminata&Sons is more than just a company. It's a strong, united team and a true family. Their collective dedication, hard work and shared vision have made them a leader in the energy sector, and we are deeply inspired by their commitment to quality and community development. The values they uphold have set a remarkable standard, and we are determined to meet and exceed that bar as we continue to work together. At Trafigura, we fully recognize the vital role that reliable, high-quality fuel plays in the needs of community. That is why we remain committed to consistently supplying the best fuel to Sierra Leone, ensuring that businesses and individuals alike have access to the resources they need to succeed. Together with Aminata, we are excited about the road ahead. We will work tirelessly to support the growth and success of Sierra Leone, and we look forward to achieving even greater milestone as a team to become a Pan-African leader in the energy sector.
Today, I'm glad to be witnessing the birth of Aminata in neighboring Sierra Leone. The joining started in 1984. By coincidence, it's the year of my birth, but that was when vision of Aminata was born by one enthusiast in Siaka A3. It started all with one filling station on 11th Street, Cinco, Monrovia. This dream grew to several filling stations and subsequently the acquisition of a small ship that was used to procure petroleum products for delivery to Liberia from neighboring Ivory Coast, all before the crisis. Aminata successfully operated that along with its chain of filling stations and later also acquired a Texaco tank farm where it was used to deliver petroleum products to the southeastern region of Liberia. We grew like every other petroleum company and every other company in Liberia through difficulties during the 14-year civil crisis. And after the crisis, Aminata began regular supply of petroleum products and also regular delivery within the Liberia petroleum sector. The dream continued through Liberia, and in 2009, particularly, a new vision was envisaged for expansion. And then I remember being invited by Siaka to lead the charge of putting together a team of young enthusiasts, and I'm privileged that that was the beginning of my joining with the Aminata family. And I finally joined in 2013, after which another very strong woman in Aminata, Ture, joined in, and we began to establish a vibrant young team that has been able to transition from the dream of Siaka into a youthful and vibrant Aminata you see today. We continue to champion the cause of growth in Liberia, and by 2015, a new vision had to come forth because we had seen everything, almost everything in Liberia. We had gone from establishing a chain of filling stations to delivering to almost every multinational company within Liberia, and then we had to birth something new. Delivering petroleum products across Liberia and then the Mano River region became a new target. This target seemed completely illustrious, but it was achievable. And so in 2019, we began the charge with neighboring Sierra Leone led by Mr. Diopodi, who made the first interaction in Sierra Leone when we met Honorable Balua, Briman Balua, who is currently the head of the Petroleum Regulatory Authority. I flew in 2020 to continue the championing of the cause, joined by Dio. This seemed to be easy from the paper, but it wasn't anything close to being easy. We fortunately got our license to invest in Sierra Leone in 2020 after rigorous interactions, rigorous screening, was vetted and given a license to operate in Sierra Leone. However, we engaged several OMCs with the goal of trying to collaborate and start importing petroleum in Sierra Leone, but nothing became successful, not until we championed the cause of investments, which we are now witnessing today. We are proud to be witnessing a cause we champion, and I'm very, very privileged to have been the CEO of Aminata Liberia then, and now the group CEO of Aminata group, under whose stewardship this dream has become a reality. We are not only committed to entering Sierra Leone, but we can assure you that we are committed to delivering high quality, delivering standard petroleum products across the Sierra Leone market. Without much to say, I would not go much into the vision of Aminata Sierra Leone because we have a chain of speakers, and I would like to introduce the CEO of Aminata Sierra Leone, who will, after, deliver the vision Aminata has for Sierra Leone. Mr. Mohamed Toure, my counterpart, and a dedicated servant who led the efforts of building Clantown, also led the efforts of building two separate tanks in neighboring Kisi to help smoothly distribute petroleum products in Sierra Leone. I am most privileged to lend you the podium to deliver.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you. Honorable Minister, Trade and Industry, officials of the government of Sierra Leone, the board chairman, the PRC, the oil marketing companies of Sierra Leone, the executive chairman, Petroleum Regulatory Agency, Dr. Balua, the dealers and resellers of Sierra Leone, our dear and valued customers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and a profound sense of accomplishment that I stand before you today. On March 15, 2024, we birthed our very first diesel vessel and announced our entry into the downstream petroleum industry of Sierra Leone. A lot of people doubted us about our stay. Protagonists carried out massive negative propaganda against us. And just 2 months after, on the 25th of May, 2024, we stepped up to salvage the looming gasoline crisis in the country by diverting a vessel that was intended for a parent company in Liberia, thereby incurring additional costs and making no profit. This is the hallmark of Aminata&Sons, and this is what we refer to as service to the people. Unlike last year, the previous years that I've experienced in Sierra Leone for 3 years now, since our entry into the Sierra Leone downstream petroleum sector, the country has experienced zero petroleum shortage and shall never experience crisis anymore. From inception to date, March to November 2024, we have birthed 8 vessels in 8 months, giving the independent reseller and the consumers viable option to purchase petroleum products at competitive prices and giving them the real value for their money. Ladies and gentlemen, this journey has been nothing short of a formidable challenge. The obstacles we faced were numerous, and the mountains we had to move seemed insurmountable at times. Yet, with unwavering determination, relentless effort, and a collective spirit, we Aminata have triumphed. Today marks the beginning of what we firmly believe to be
great and enduring legacy of service to the people of Sierra Leone. It is not merely a milestone. It is the commencement of a long and fruitful history dedicated to the betterment and upliftment of our nation, Sierra Leone. Our commitment to Sierra Leone's progress and prosperity is steadfast. We are committed to building strong and win-win partnership with our local partners, resellers, and widening our network through filling stations across the nation. We also intend to differentiate ourselves by consistently supplying premium quality at competitive prices. Ladies and gentlemen, we have laid a foundation that I am confident will support the aspiration and dreams of countless individuals in Sierra Leone. To my team, my strong team, let us forge ahead with the same vigor and dedication, ensuring that our future endeavors continue to reflect the resilience and strength that have brought us to this very important moment today. May our journey forward be as remarkable and impactful as the one that brought us to this event. I want to say a special thank you to PRA for his immense support, Dr. Baloa. I would like to recognize Napoleon, Minister Napoleon, who is not here today, for his immense contribution, the Ministry of Trade, and all well-wishers, our dealers, our resellers who have trusted us and bringing us this far. And thank you to the government of Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone for creating a conducive environment for our investment. Aminata, we are here to speak. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister of Trade, Honorable Baloa, ladies and gentlemen. If you ask Africans what has happened, what's the worst thing that has happened to Africa and Africans for the last 2,000 years, our mind runs to slavery and slave trade. But as outrageous as the slave trade was, Berlin 1884 was worse. In Berlin, Europeans sat down around a conference table and partitioned Africa without the presence of any African. And until today, we are suffering the consequences of that conference. There is a town between Liberia and Guinea. The town is called Kabbalah. In this town, there's a street dividing the town. One side of the street is Guinea, and the other side of the street is Liberia. That's not all to it. A lady meal for her family in the evening, realizing that she does not have enough pepper or salt, will ask her daughter to just cross the street and go ask her sister for small salt, small pepper. That's how close we were. And this is a village that existed long before Berlin Conference. Now, because of the clairvoyance of our leaders in the sub-region, we have been able to go beyond that, beyond the difficulties of challenges we had as a result of the Berlin Conference. NP, like my friend said the other day, a few minutes ago, NP has been able to cross border and establish in the market in Liberia. And Connex and Aminata have been able to cross and establish in this country. And that is a good thing. It's a good thing for Sierra Leone, for the government of Sierra Leone, and for the people of Sierra Leone. Now, we at Aminata, we have three objectives. The first two, once we accomplish the first two, the third happens automatically. The first one is making sure that our customers are served well. And by that, I mean by supplying high quality product, by supplying without interruption, high quality product. When I say interruption, I mean shortage. We will do our best. We'll do our best to make sure that there is no shortage of product in the sub-region. The second is our employees. In order to be able to serve the public and the government, you must have satisfied and happy employees. We want to do everything, and I have taken that as my personal responsibility to make sure that our employees are happy. And obviously, when you have satisfied customers, you have happy employees, obviously, there's the good bottom line for the shareholders.
Understand. The first thing I want to say, now I want to tell thank you to all man within there. And if you look at that table there, you get the people that way invest, you get the people that way facilitate that investment there, you get the ministry way involved, and you get the regulator. We just look up yonder, and they show waiting collaboration and one government mean. Now, if you look inside the crowd, you get the other entity leader then from other country then, you get the political party leadership, you get the local traditional leader then, and you get plenty other technical people then with it. So then they show the link of waiting delivery mean now this government that it include all man. I want for start general, I want for talk about government and development. It's easy because we don't hear some of them audio them with threatening, we don't they happen. But I want to talk to the young people them in this country. Because now we boku 70% now young people them. And when I say young, not so 17-year-old no more, even though the median age in this country is 19. But 70% of people in this country are then they below 35. So for that young man then, development slow. And when we say development slow, not to say we not believe in development too. Not to say we not understand sitting their hand today. Not to say we not understand say some price then they will they pay, we not wish that they will for pay. Not to say we don't understand say for increase your power of earning. It just means say you need people them, public sector, private sector, where they work together so that tomorrow, in 5 years, in 10 years, Usai wuna go dey, Usai we all go dey, it go different from Usai we dey today. And that means say, anytime when somebody come for say, oh, nothing better, oh, this, do that, and say, well, more go scatter than they. Without not telling how then go fix them, not so people that way better for this country. And we for always resist than they. Development slow, it take time. It take, we reading people then they talk, how long they form Aminata and Liberia, from Wooden Kaya from 2019 to Usai we did so today, then begin build this. From the minute when they begin build itself, it take about a year. It take time. And the impact of what they don't do, we already don't begin seeing and we will see more in the future. Development, they take investment. And investment, it take time. Inside, within they don't invest, and the projects now what they do, now about $15 million. And where then they say, oh, I can just count money no more. This kind thing where they are, the money will go inside, plus all the other storage then they, plus the facility then what they do, that money they're not a shape to all man. And they go inside that thing there, so that it will affect and the economy through the salary then what they pay people them. So development they take investment. And this government, while we can't today for focus on Aminata, I want me then allow me to talk small number about the other investments in this sector here. APPA, we all know, first of all, this facility being abandoned, rotten. Nobody may use that. They can't put money inside it. APPA, after we government take over, they give somebody else, been dead back in a function. But between 2023 and today, then put another $27 million inside it for expand on the 50,000 metric ton way they and employ 110 staff from outside there. Then we brought that there, also creates about 100 jobs and they expand to about 500. Inside the OMC, inside this sector here, before 2018, we began 142,000 metric tons of storage in the country. Today, 6 years later, under the leadership of President Bill, we get 278,000 metric tons. Aminata Salon, they contribute about 18,000. Connex add another 30,000. And APPA 50,000. So not to random number, not to make who they make them and they up. The impact of that day, now when last they say petrol no day. More talk through from where COVID done. When last we ever say petrol no day? When? So where the government, where would they talk about investment, like that kind of investments there, it means say at any price, some country they not get fuel. But we, waiting His Excellency don't do. Now that fuel day and storage day, and today I want to say thank you to Aminata because waiting they can do it and assure we that pass God, but not gonna make fuel short in this country again. Development take partnership. I want to say, I would like to thank you, Trafigura. I know that we've heard your name many times. You have come into the sector many times in Sierra Leone. You have tested the waters literally and figuratively. And yet, you are making a major commitment and investment in our country. I want to assure you, on behalf of His Excellency, that your investments are safer with this government, your investments are protected, and we will go at all lengths to ensure that you reap back the investments that you've done here. And as you have come and put your money and your sweat and your energy here, I do invite you to continue to bring more investments into our country through your industry and through the other partners that you work with across the world. Development, the third thing we have to mention, they take collective action. Now, I go focus more on my office as Chief Minister, obviously in the office of the President. Then I go focus more on Mr. Balua. That man, the name means say, not afraid. Not afraid nothing. Now his name means. And a man, we not afraid nothing. Now, when it comes down to my office, what thing I can do? What thing I work? I can say me work now for be lubricants, now for be oil. Like this oil out there. Me work now for remove bottleneck. We I turned Chief Minister just over a year ago. We been getting problem with APPA. President Bio called me downstairs, he said I for solve. I say yes sir. Today APPA get $27 million investment. We been get problem. Balua, you know, I go to my office every day. I'm in the see and tell them they come to my office and they say, "What you want again?" Not so play. That man they go to my office, stay at the visit at my office they work. Every day at the see and they get text message from her. Every day. And they send reports there. Dozens of reports. So when you go to my office about a year ago and tell me all the challenges and way they feel, I tell her and say, one, you have an open door. I be one for remove that privilege from my ear because you use the open door plenty. I go out and say, I don't change the lock for this open door here. But if you're not in the office, would they see on a street with the fuel station people there? If you're not there, it counts policy documents in my office. In between this last year, what team PRA don't do? Now, they don't allow new players in for Canada market with fairness. They don't increase compliance. They don't double the compliance rate. What does that mean, compliance? Try anybody does a grab because you don't pull money. Then one they'll be make money. God knows how they make the money. They want to go put some fuel. Just to put fuel inside fuel station. When you get money, they go dig hole. You put it inside fuel station. You know when they care. Say PRA day. Because now they been get the power, then they misuse the power. What in Balua don't do inside this last year and the rest of the PRA, now that nobody need build fuel station today when you not go there for license. And that compliance that they protect we all. We see what's in they happen with fuel station, then they explode. We see what's in happen with truck there, like what's happening now Wellington. If you not get compliance, now Wellington disaster now they happen. And we know once then kind disaster then they. In addition of say they don't really take leadership for get new storage, I say we don't increase storage plenty. Now one great jetty, 9 million at Salon before 2018. Today we get 4 jetty then. We are already minister talk of trade. Say before 2018, now 3 OMC them in there. Today we get 7 OMC them in this country. And I want to talk small body, because ultimately, then one day we not able to work. Then one day we not bad politics then they play. Then one day we not believe in development. Then they say, "Bo, how they affect the price, Bo? Bo, the fuel, you save price, this, the number, they not all they eat." Across the world, we are one of the most stable pump fuel price economy in the whole world. If you go to America, the fuel price just go up and down depending on what state today. If you go to Europe, the gas price now so it. Between 2023 election, after when we get cool 3, the fuel price now one of the most stable way down there. And I want to say thank you to PRA, to the Ministry of Trade, and to all the OMC then for the way then they work now for ensure say person just grab the fuel where you want for ASA. Try the whole people in the high fuel, then they lock her. But that ain't happen today. We see the punishment with this leadership here. What then do? What then go? Then they go open place then with them they lock fuel and try it. And now they require leadership. Then they not to President Bill tell me, it say I will solve that problem. I say okay, minister, all day they text them minister then. Now for solve this problem, now so for do, go to law officers, go to Ministry of Finance, go to PRA. But it require PRA for them work with trade and with all the OMC then. So Aminata as una salon want for tell una thank you, but we also the hold una accountable to the people then of this country. Say the work what them people then they do, what then call una for pick up. Because they want to make sure say feel they for with people there any sign of this country and that una they do what una say una go do for them. When it comes to this particular company, just now where they near the chairman, and the chairman mean they say a member we're gonna be office inside 2023. I don't even remember again. Because we na State House, we na this government, every minister they talk. Anybody can na my office. We go na my office, I tell and say we will remove the bottleneck. I no one knows I come out, I no one knows language they talk, I no one knows what they do, but I just know say na an investment where they can na this country here. So between 2023, we then don't get this land and start a glad, then send them there. Where I can the post say we will deliver. After we go down meet her, shaking hand, I tell her and say we will deliver. Today now we have delivered. Then Tinaya what they do, not so by random. Now but waiting the inside President Bio in Big Five. The number 5, now the Big Five, now technology and infrastructure. Then infrastructure they are what they see, then facility they are. Now then they make ultimately they affect the fuel price with the fuel price stable, predictable, and in the long run go down based on the flat price, based on how the world price they. Way down they go low, then we go see the impact now the people in pocket. But we need to invest in their infrastructure then there. Now salon, that investment there, you know, always they come up from president or from the government or from Ministry of Finance. We read the number them. How much revenue? How much revenue? We read the number then how much revenue don't increase. And then revenue then we don't increase. It means say from taxes and then tax then they with the excise what we do, plenty people then they're not elect that with the monitor at the lowest level. But we need for monitor because then tax then they will pay. Now we make fine roads on side. Cause for make road easily in 110 million. Government not get 110 million will it in pockets like that day. It means say we need for increase we revenue with the increase and that increased revenue they come on within company they increase productivity. That increased productivity it require we all. Yesterday I've been there with His Excellency even I tell and say at the Kanaya today. His Excellency, we want to make a cancel una say a gladi that una kaya and una stay there. And he say, ma tell una say, maybe una no know, but the president of Liberia the kaya this week for state visit. And that relationship there between Salone and Liberia, not so just diplomatic relationship. That yet company then when they come on Liberia for can invest in Sierra Leone. Down the back, now parts of the kind developments then where we need. And the fact say, we able for welcome investments them, for welcome the leadership of the PRA them, for make them collaborate and make them there, not to by chance. It demonstrates the leadership, it demonstrates the relationship, and as the minister say, me self get family in Liberia. Now put you on come out. Pujo and Liberia are the same. We will just cross over there. But that we all, as a people, as a sub-region, we are greater. We are greater when the least person in our society also they up. How great we they, not so by how much money the wealthiest person gets, not so by how much oil the single one company gets, but now that we all be able to feel in our pocket. So me personally, for end, I want to say I'm glad that you persevere for 2019. I know the first plan we have been getting that for invest in it, then they no work. When I come back, when I get all that plan, then they no work. When I come back, say we end up now. So that perseverance there, I want to tell you thank you. Because me, I believe in full inclusion, I must talk about radical inclusion. And elect people that don't want area and say that area. Because me, I not believe say justice go there, peace go there, security go there, development go there, when are only a few people then they benefit. When are only the one that we get power and authority they benefit. When are only the one that we not get walking cane that then they benefit. When are only the one that we get strength that then they benefit. When are the one that we got their own body okay now they not get sickness and then they benefit. When are man them we strong and then they benefit. Me personally, I believe say electing a small picking like that young man within that front row there. It's sit down near big person when a party chairman. It's sit down before deputy PRA boss. It's sit down near Alaji within near there. It don't matter who that be. That we responsibility as private sector, as government, and as citizens them for make sure say anybody, no matter who that be, no matter your disability, no matter your education, no matter your religion, and certainly no matter your gender and age, that we all get the potential, for reach we utmost best, because way that they happen, now we all be able to deliver for this country, and I believe say, I see Aminata, we have delivered this one here today, we will continue for this country. Well, I thank
you. GMC, the chief should come, the councillor, please join us. So I want to invite Chief Minister, the Chairman, the Minister, please, together, count, okay?
So on behalf of His Excellency, President Julius Maada, I get a singular opportunity for opening this major investment of fuel storage by Aminata&Sons Sierra Leone Limited.
Aminata&Sons Sierra Leone Limited is officially open for business in Sierra Leone. Put your hands together one more time. Now the CEO will lead us on a conducted tour. Chief Minister, CEO will lead us. So you lead us on the tour now. See. Please, before both gates, they get refreshments for you. But can you take